It's Lady LeLe, Car Talk with Lady LeLe. Happy Wednesday. We're gonna get on and go. This is tape 2 for me. Something's been wrong with my little mount for my phone for this car. It's not been sturdy lately. It's just been falling apart. And these damn raggedy ass streets in Chicago are not doing us any good. So it's been falling off a lot lately, and it's been interfering with my taping privileges and capabilities. So anyway, I want to pick up last week in regards to the Usher thing. I know when I gave it to you, I didn't have a lot of information, but I since have researched, read, and came across some additional information. So apparently you all know last week that it surfaced that Usher paid a woman $1.1 million because he infected her with the herpes disease. Apparently what happened was he was messing around with one of the ladies who was a bridesmaid in his wedding. The cheating was taking place while he was legally still married to Tamika Foster. So they've been cheating for a little while. The young lady at one point did say she remembered in an encounter with Usher and knowing that green stuff was oozing from his penis. But Usher claimed he got a STD test and that he was in the clear. I'm sorry. If I see green slime coming out your penis, baby, we done. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what paperwork you bring back. If I see a damn bump that look wrong, I'm questioning your ass. Because, you know, ladies, the vagina is very sensitive. You know, we have to take proper precautions with our bodies in the terms of that area. You can't just be, it's very sensitive. You just can't be letting any everything down there. So anyway, he convinced the girl to continue to have sex with him. And then she eventually was diagnosed with herpes. And what happened was Usher got his doctors involved because I guess he didn't believe her. And the doctor confirmed that she was a first time, like it was a first time incident that she had herpes. So the woman was just saying how she felt her life was over and all this stuff. And Usher had paid her $1.1 million. Now, when I said last week about the herpes don't go away. You live with it. I think you take stuff and you treat it, but it doesn't go away. I mean, it never like effectively clears up. I think it can go into remission or something, but it never truly, you know, goes away. And he paid her $1.1 million, which that's what you're saying. The incident, you messed up her life, it's only worth $1.1 million. Since then, there was another lady who came out. Now she wants to say she has too been infected, she too has got herpes from Usher, and she wants to sue for $10 million. Boy, I tell you, I figured that was gonna happen. This is coming out the wash now. Usher is supposed to be at the Cincinnati Music Festival this weekend, so when he take the stage, I won't be there because I only bought tickets for Friday night concert because I felt Friday night concert to me was a little more, you know, was popping than the Saturday night concert, because really to me the headlines for Saturday was only Fantasia and Usher, and we got these $100 tickets, and you know, I don't know if I want to pay $100 a night to go see these concerts. So anyway, so that's that. They since the alleged affair happened in terms of around the time that Tamika Foster technically was still being in the picture, you know, people have reached out to her saying she good. You know, she said I guess she's been tested, she's good. You know, she said that, you know, whatever, she's out of it, don't bring her in it. She's out of it and don't bring her in it, pretty much. So yeah, but it's just sad, and everybody said they're just surprised because, you know, we know Usher a whole, but we would thought, you know, everybody said a lot of people said they thought he was like clean cut. He's like he work out, he's in shape, and you know he's a little athletic, so they thought he would be more prone to be protecting himself. And that's what I'm saying about these celebrities. It's just like, you human too. Shit happens to you too. I mean, did we not learn from Magic Johnson? You know, or people thinking you ain't magic, thinking they are magic. So I don't know, but it's crazy. So going to the White House, I haven't talked about that. 45 is something every day since he got in office. It has not been one quiet moment. Not one quiet moment. So apparently, you know, Spicer, who was the White House secretary, press secretary or whatever, the spokesperson, he has officially resigned because he's been passed over for some position he wanted. Apparently, Iyanka and the brother and all these other people had somebody in mind that they wanted to take this position on. So Spicer, you know, has, you know, resigned. And we all know he kind of left the scene a while ago because they had a young lady filling in for him. And then after a while, they started doing like audio recorders. It wasn't even a traditional video tapings like we normally have saw. And so a lot of people feel like, and it's kind of true, they feel like Trump and his family, and they're all using the White House for their personal gain, to up their money status, to do all this reckless stuff. And I'm just really hoping that this is a lesson, y'all. Everybody, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this. Where are these people at now? Quiet as hell. Quiet as hell. Ain't said a word. I remember somebody wrote a long ass paragraph on my Facebook page about Trump and this, and I don't know, and I'm just saying this because I'm a minority person. I deleted them. Because all that stuff she said he was going to do for these people, I ain't saw it. Have you saw it? And don't tell me, oh, it ain't even been a year. I have seen nothing that Trump has done. If anything, he has caused more chaos and more confusion in the White House than ever. We didn't even have this problem with Bush. We ain't had a problem with these other presidents. So, I don't know. But, man, can you say impeachment now? Impeachment yesterday. Impeachment, lady, come on and turn. I don't understand why people do a creepy crawler turn into a parking lot turn. You know, impeachment last week. So, and I guess Trump is trying to, you know, it's another investigation about this whole Russia thing, and Trump's slick ass is trying to find ways to like pardon himself, pardon his family, pardon key officials from his cabinet. So something's up, y'all. This is dirt. I really think this election was rigged. I really think so. Somebody tampered with something, and I hope they find out. I hope they find out something. Get rid of him. God don't like ugly, and he don't bless mess. Don't bless mess. All this foolishness is going on. Just don't bless mess. In other news, you all know last week O.J. Simpson has came up for parole. He had his parole hearing, and he has been granted parole. You know, he was serving, he's been in jail for the past 9 years, and he was serving us a prison sentence of what supposed to have been of 30 years for basically trying to steal back the stuff that was rightfully his. But we all know what this turned out to be. There was a revenge on him getting off from the murder case of Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman. We all know that was payback revenge for that. But he has been granted parole. I think he gets out by October. OJ looked horrible. I'm just saying, old as hell. He tired. He old. Like him, Bill Cosby, these men are older. And that's why they say, let them grow old and die in peace. But apparently, the Goldmans are mad, or they mad, or somebody mad, the Goldmans maybe, because while OJ been in jail, he has retirement money from the NFL. I believe it's like he gets $25,000 a month or something, and it's just been stacking up, and nobody has rights to this money outside of him, and nobody has nobody has rights or can attain this money outside of him. So when he get out of jail, he gonna be coming back into a nice cash flow, because you figure $25,000 a month, 9 years, it's a nice cash flow. But he's entitled for retirement funds from the NFL. So yeah, so basically, and people talking about why was he talking about the incident about the stolen items and all this stuff, and not the murder. Well, he got convicted for the items and the theft, not for the murder. So why would we bring that up? That the case is closed, done. If you should have appealed, because I think the family did do a civil suit or something. But yeah. But in reality, nobody deserves to die. But that girl was a hoe. I'm sorry. I was young, I didn't understand it, but she was dipping down low with that man. That's what it was. Who was she prior to knowing O.J. Simpson? She was a stanky. A freaking stanky. So, yeah. So, the Insecure premiere season 2 had premiered on Sunday. I watched it, I reviewed it. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And if you've never seen Insecure but want to get a gist on it and engage, and you actually can binge watch season 1, and it won't take that long because the shows are only 30 minutes. And you can also catch up because just season episode 1. But it's been a lot of talk about how Lawrence his little performance was short. So it was crazy. It was like, how Lawrence doing all that humping to the side with Tasha, but he give Issa 2 humps and a dump. And I was like, so it's been an ongoing battle. It's nice to see, some friendly, adult conversation, because the men are still team Lawrence. And then, the girls are team Issa, but it's like a double standing. When it comes to cheating, I see it's a double standing. Men cheat just because. There's no rationale. The coochie was in front of my face, I'm just gonna do it. Women, if we cheat, it's been more like emotional, like I hadn't got attention at home, he stopped loving me, he was treating me bad, and this man stepped up and showed me some other stuff. I mean, and that's not always the situation, but the majority. The majority of the cheat situation, because men cheat just because. Women cheat out of revenge or just something. Hey, you don't see me? God, people so quick to just back their cars up. You didn't see me coming? This is a main street. Not a main street, but this is a known street for traffic. So anyway, but yeah, so people's doing that. Love and Hip Hop also, Hollywood premiered. Keisha Cole is on this season. She's no stranger to reality TV. I honestly think, I think they offer her a nice penny to be on the show, as well as I think she's working on an album. So it tends to, whenever Keisha is on a reality show and the album comes out, the album tends to do pretty well. So I see her method behind the madness, because everybody talking about she don't need to be on there. So apparently it shows her doing the Robin and Juan Dixon thing. She's, letting her husband live with her still, even though she's, saying all they doing is just co-parenting. I don't understand all this. I think you should just go on and work it out. If y'all gonna live on the same roof, just go to counseling and try to work it out and see what the problem is. But this line, and we gonna sit here in front and stomp in front of the kid because they have a son together. I don't know. I just think he fell apart when his NBA career fell apart. Men's, they're still wanting to be the protectors. Some men want to be the providers. And I think once you start taking their livelihood away from them, it changes everything. So it changes everything. You took away a man's opportunity to provide, it shuts the game down. So I think that was part of the issue with him, is that he kind of lost himself because he was so, he had that career. I think that's it. I really don't have much, yeah, got to see the movie Girls Trip. If you have not seen it, go see it. It is fucking hilarious. I mean, I laughed the entire time. It was just a good time. Got to see it with some of my homegirls last night. The theater was still packed. Even though it came out on Friday, it was still packed. They said Girls Trip did come in number 2. Black girl comedy just can't get no love. But, you know, we know that what it is our non-counterparts probably ain't watched it. So that's what it was. But it came in at number 2 at the box office. But let's keep it going. The movie theater I went to, they had it pretty much on a lot of screens. And it was packed. Because yesterday was like $5 Tuesdays. So this movie theater we go to called Studio Grill, they got a nice little bar. They had $5 Long Island iced tea. It was like the little nightclub in there. I mean, after the movies, we stuck around and hung out in the bar. It was like a little nightclub up there, you know, been outside the kids, but you know, it's summer, so they kids are still out. They don't go back to school, at least the city kids don't go back to school till after Labor Day, so they still got a whole, like, month and a week to go. Well, like, month, yeah, because this is technically the last week of July, so they still got a month to go before they go back to school, so yeah, it was good. Check out Girls Trip if you have not. That is it. That is all. Stay tuned for more videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.